I really don't like reverse harems. The girls are genuinely annoying, and the guys are very, very stupid, and you really don't know the reason why they're in love with them unless you've played the video game. I would honestly like to see any reverse harem that I, myself, would actually want to watch. Well, let's just start the anime review. Hakuouki is a visual novel adaptation based in the late Edo period of Japan. The main character, Chizuru Yukimura, is a young girl in search of her father, who is a doctor in Western medicine. He visits Kyoto on business, but is gone for 6 months. So, as any normal daughter would, Chizuru is very worried. So she decides to make the long trip all the way from Edo to Kyoto in search of her father. During this time, we see her running away from 2 rogue samurai, and like any rational person would, she goes to hide somewhere when, well, this happens. Yep. And with that, Chizuru thinks she's going to die, but 3 samurai come to her rescue. Sort of. It turns out these men who saved her are members of the Shinsengumi, which around that time didn't have the best reputation. And of course, when you see crazy guys with white hair and red eyes running around killing people, you're gonna get questioned by the guys from the source. And Chizuru was no different. She wanted to pretend she didn't see anything, but the guys tricked her into telling the truth, and now she says she's basically going to die. After failing miserably at trying to escape, Chizuru has to explain her situation, and all the Shinsengumi captains are almost surprised to see that she's related to Koto Yukimura, the doctor who actually helped them in earlier months. Unfortunately, he's been missing ever since a fire, and all the captains decided that they'd let her stay around, but disguised as a boy, and help the search for her father. On a technical side of things, Hakuouki has really good animation. Compared to its actual picture from the visual novel game, it's almost alike, it's just that the pictures are now moving. And this is none more impressive than in the actual action scenes, where the movement is very fluid and very fast-paced. It's whereas the visual novel game, it's just one still picture. In all honesty, I think the fight scenes were one of my most favorite parts of the entire show. But considering this is based off of a visual novel game, that's not really the whole focus of the show. Not to mention, sometimes I felt like I was going through a history lesson with a twist, because the Shinsengumi were real, actual warriors in Japan. Unfortunately, I never took a Japanese history course, so I had no idea what was going on half of the time, but luckily Wikipedia is your best friend in this kind of situation. But once you finally figure out what the hell's going on with the whole history lesson, the story actually is pretty cool, and I honestly couldn't find anything to complain about it. Until I found out Sentai bought it. Now, I really don't hate Sentai. They actually brought out a lot of animes that I actually like that are dubbed. Unfortunately, Hakuouki was a really bad idea to dub. You see, a lot of reverse harem animes should not be dubbed just because the fact that the characters are supposed to sound attractive, and let's face it, I don't find Vic Mignogna very attractive, and he plays every douchebag reverse harem lead in the history of anime. Fortunately, he's not in this, but it's just really, really bad, and it kind of pissed me off. Just watch for yourself.
The child all about us. Is that bad?
You're going to interrogate the boy, not ask him out to dinner.
Well now, being earnest to a fault really is your style, isn't it, Kondo-san?
Well, let's get down to it. First, will you tell me again about last night's events, Saito-kun?
Last night in town, 2 failed warriors encountered some rogue samurai on the street. A sword fight ensued.
Really? Really, Sentai Filmworks? Of all the people you could have chosen to play Hichigata Toshizo, you choose Nagisa's dad.
Alright, I think we've teased the boy enough. Who cares if he likes you or not? You got me, don't you?
I wasn't teasing him. I was serious. I might be interested myself.
What the hell did I do to deserve this?
Seriously, the English dub is such a direct translation from the original Japanese. The story just sometimes doesn't make any sense. Honestly, I think I would have loved if Funimation got their hands on this because they actually rewrite their scripts and make it a lot more fun for English-speaking audiences. But once you get past Hakuouki's horrible English dub, the anime is actually really cool. And I liked it so much that I was able to drop $50 on the video game when it came out in America. Yes, there is a visual novel game in America. There's a god. You can find Hakuouki on Anime On Demand or anywhere online. Hope you guys enjoyed my first review. I'm the super anime girl. Now, go watch this anime.
「時の朝へこの想いを持ち出せと」